Y'all for tuning in to Pacific Northwest Primitive Organic Garden. Today is only April 24th, and we're here in my Zone 6 garden here in eastern Washington, as far east in Washington as you can get. My particular microclimate here is more like about Zone 5B, but I've been making it work. This is just kind of an ornamental garden out here in front of my house. I got a lot of purple mustard here. It's our Brassica Junciae. Got some Beta vulgaris, some Swiss chard coming on. Got some more dark purple mustard we've looked at before. Planted some more of that recently in some clay pots. Got quite a bit of huge spinach leaves out here, and some of these spinaches are individual leaves are the size of my hand. It's unbelievable. Collard greens doing good. Got some onions and garlic coming up here. Got some arugula. I'm let go into arugula or some Mizuna greens. I'm let go into flower there. Got some garlic and radishes. Got some more Beta vulgaris Swiss chard there. Brassica oleracea collards. So I've only been living here since October, so not a very long time. Only looking at about 7 months of living here so far, and I've done a pretty decent job in 7 months. My rock garden has just really taken off. I got, the peas here, the pisums, climbing my bamboo stakes. Eventually gonna climb up this fence here. Got some Brassica napa, some more Junciae, oleracea, all kinds of stuff in this rock garden, which really surprised me because, as we talked about in the last video update, I literally just raked together a bunch of rocks and threw some seeds in them. It was very, very primitive. Really liking them purple mustards, coming on good in this plot here. Got the peas finally starting to climb the fence there. Even got some beans planted. Got another little primitive in-ground plot here. Got some cucumbers germinating. A couple other things coming up in here. I remodeled this area of the garden. I removed the grill that I wasn't really using, and instead I remodeled this area. We have some more room for planting. Another project that I got going on, I'm going to build a second backup seed survival kit. Technically it'll be my third seed survival kit. I got the long-term seed survival kit, dry sealed in the freezer, vacuum sealed. That lasts 30 years. That'll plant an acre. I got my main seed survival kit in the fridge, but I wanted a backup one in a bug out bag. So I got this backpack here, and I got this otter box. And so I'm going to take all my seeds here, and they're divided into summer seeds and winter seeds, as well as expendable and non-expendable. So we got 4 different packages here. I'm going to divide these up into smaller seed packs and put them into this otter box here, and put them into my bag here, so I can make a second non-frozen seed survival kit. And I'll be able to keep one in the car, and I'll be able to keep one by the front door, and it'll just remain a part of my bug out bag with all my other gear, water purification tablets and flints and other type of supplies that will be useful. Seeds are not only useful, they'll be the ultimate currency. Back to Pacific Northwest Primitive Organic Garden. I'm looking at my 2 blue tomato plants here. I've had these seeds for about 3 or 4 years now. Purchased them online on Amazon. They came from Singapore. I only received 5 seeds in the mail. A few of the seeds look damaged. I just now got around to planting all 5 of them. 2 of them came up. The plants appear to be strong and healthy, although they appear to be 2 distinct phenotypes, which is interesting and suggests that this variety is at a fairly primitive stage of development, probably a landrace as opposed to a cultivar, perhaps some type of local accession. Not your standard blue tomato that you would pick out of a rare seed catalog, but those blue tomatoes probably are going to be better than these here, but I'm interested to include these in my breeding program because they were from an odd source, and like I said, the plants appear to be 2 distinct phenotypes. You can see the plant on the right here is probably a determinate variety. It's shorter in stature. You can see it's putting on all of its flowers at one time. The flowers are very light pale lemon yellow color here, which is interesting. The plant on the left has very bold yellow, canary yellow flowers. The plant on the left also appears to be an indeterminate plant. I've already taken multiple suckers, people call them, the clonal propagation of the plant. I've taken some of those as cuttings, and they're currently rooting. This plant appears to be growing a little bit faster than the plant on the right, which again would be in line with the fact that it's probably an indeterminate or vining type. Also got a couple of bell peppers and some other sweet peppers germinating here, and then my normal salad greens that I often include with dinner, and some oregano and some other herbs and spices there. I've cleaned out most of the plants that were here. I had quite a very large winter salad and herb garden here, but I'm pretty much done with that for the year. I was also using this space for a lot of transplants that I've been putting out into the garden. Also pretty much done with that. The only plants that I still have indoors are the very, very cold sensitive ones, like the tomatoes, the peppers, and I'll be starting some eggplant in here pretty soon. I'd like to put the tomatoes out sooner rather than later because they're getting quite large. They're planted in some Fox Farm soil there, and it's exceptionally rich soil, and you can see the plants are already, almost 2 feet tall, and they're in very small containers. And I started these from seed only about 6 weeks or so ago, but they need to get outside fairly soon before they become root bound and start flopping over from lack of support. But our last projected frost date isn't until May 15th, and it's only April 24th today.